Hey, what's up guys? This is Vaulty back again with a brand new World of Warcraft video. World of Warcraft is over 14 years old and there are many monsters in the game that can be annoying and are pretty hard to kill. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the 10 most annoying WoW monsters of all time. Make sure you guys watch the full video because number 1 is something that I'm pretty sure every WoW player can agree on. So let's get right into it. Starting off at number 10 is the Fell Reaver. So a lot of the things on this list are going to be from classic WoW because monsters back then were just a bit more annoying and harder to kill. However, the Fell Reaver was something that was in the days of a Burning Crusade, and I'm pretty sure many people that were leveling up during the Burning Crusade got killed by this mob at some point. The Fell Reaver was just at such a high level that it could pretty much one-shot any player that was leveling up in this zone. The tricky thing with this mob is that it's so high level and it actually moves so quickly that it's pretty much impossible to outrun it. What happens with a lot of WoW players is that they're killing some mob for a quest, and then right behind them there is the Fell Reaver and it goes up to them and one-shots them. So with that being said, let's play the clip of the Fell Reaver. Number 9 on this list is the WESTFALL DEFIAS. So believe it or not, but these are some of the NPCs that have killed the most players in World of Warcraft history. Although these have been taken out since the Cataclysm patch, these are still known for being some of the hardest mobs relative to their level. The Defias Pillager had some of the most insane damage that you could get since they had a form of Pyroblast that did an insane amount of damage for a level 15. There were also Defias Rogues that had Backstab, so if you tried to run away from them, they would backstab you and deal insane amount of damage. But these guys were often clumped together and would run away when on low HP, attracting more mobs. Number 8 on this list is underwater mobs. Everyone that plays World of Warcraft absolutely hates underwater combat. When you're underwater, your movement speed is literally half of what it is on land, meaning that if you're about to die and you need to run away, it's pretty much impossible to run away because the mob will catch up to you since they're at 100% movement speed and you're at 50%. So that means any mob that is underwater has a distinct advantage over you. Things such as Nagas, Murlocs, and Piranhas were absolutely horrible to deal with, and in the early days of WoW, when you're trying to go from one part of the map to the other and you have to go underwater, usually there's going to be a crocodile or something that will daze you and will just end up wasting a lot of your time. Before I get into number 7, I have a challenge for you guys and you only have 5 seconds to do it. Go down, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you can do this within the next 5 seconds, you will have the most amazing luck. Just the luckiest things will start happening to you. But with that being said, let's get right back into the video. Number 7 on this list is the PTERRORDAX. So the PTERRORDAX was a mob that was in Ungoro Crater, and it had one of the most annoying abilities in the game. It essentially casted a fear on your character, and this fear would last for about 4 seconds, so killing these were really inefficient, and the fear that they casted would probably make you run away and attract more mobs. The PTERRORDAX were definitely some of the most annoying monsters in classic World of Warcraft, but you had to fight them anyway because in classic WoW there are so few quests, and killing these were part of multiple quests, so you pretty much had no choice but to fight against these mobs. Number 6, BURROWERS. So this is another Burning Crusade mob. The BURROWERS were also in Hellfire Peninsula, and these were some of the most annoying mobs to deal with. You can't actually target them when they're underground. You will never be able to get the first shot on them, because when they're underground you can't target them, and you have to wait for them to attack you. Not only that, but they were also clumped pretty close together, and it had a ranged acid attack. But the most annoying part about the BURROWERS is that at a certain time, they will burrow underground and teleport somewhere around the map. So while you're trying to fight these guys are going to move away, and there's pretty much nothing you can do about it except follow them and chase them around. Everyone fighting these absolutely hated this. So let's play the clip. Number 5, CENTIPAAR Swarmer. This was another monster that was in the days of Classic WoW up until Cataclysm got launched. The CENTIPAAR Swarmers were absolutely overpowered for their level. When you were in the level 50s, you would go to Tanaris and you would do a bunch of quests. One of the quests would force you to go fight some of the CENTIPAAR Swarmers, and everyone got a rude awakening when they were killed by these. What made these mobs so overpowered is that after you kill them, they spawn a bunch of adds that deal an insane amount of damage to you, but these don't actually give you any experience. So taking one of these down is no problem, but the crazy DPS that gets inflicted on you is absolutely insane, and for most players that are level 50, this would pretty much kill them within a matter of seconds. In Battle for Azeroth, you never see anything like this. Number 4 on this list is kobolds. So kobolds are pretty common throughout the World of Warcraft map. However, in the days of Classic WoW, these were known as some of the most annoying mobs in the game. What made these so annoying is that they're all grouped up together and they run away when they're on low HP. So you would go into a mining cave where these guys are located, and trying to take these down is going to be a really big headache, because once you attack one, they'll run away, and then they'll spawn 2 more, and then you either have to run away or die. When I was leveling up as an alliance in Classic WoW, this was something I absolutely hated. Number 3 on this list is Stitches. So a lot of you guys may not remember who Stitches is, but this is one of the most trolly NPCs in the game. In the alliance zone called Duskwood, there was a long storyline quest chain, where at the end of the quest chain, you realize that you've made a mistake and you've summoned a mob called Stitches. The unique thing about this is that you don't actually have to fight it or kill it, but this is actually a mob that gets spawned in the world, and it basically runs across the whole map to go attack the main town in Duskwood. Considering that everyone in Duskwood is going to be about a level 20, Stitches would pretty much one-shot anyone that comes in contact with it, and would walk all the way up to the main town and would pretty much kill anyone that stands in its way. A funny thing that some players did back in the day was pull them all the way up to Sentinel Hill, where they would kill players that are level 10. So let's play the clip. Murlocs. Murlocs are some of the most annoying mobs that you can fight in World of Warcraft. Murlocs seem to have quite a high HP, and they always fight around the sea, which, as I mentioned before, is just really annoying when you have to fight them underwater. Not only that, but they're so close together that it's pretty much impossible to fight them one-on-one. In the early days of World of Warcraft, pretty much no one liked to fight Murlocs because they always played very dirty. They would gang up on you, and when one of them is on low HP, they would run away and pull some of their friends to attack you. Not only that, but they're almost always next to water, which just makes things even harder. Especially if you're a melee class and they'll run away into the water, you pretty much just have to wait there until they come back. Fortunately today in Battle for Azeroth, these guys aren't that hard to deal with, but anyone that played World of Warcraft in the early days remembers how much of a headache these guys were. Okay, so number 1 on this list is something that pretty much everyone hated back in the day, and this is of course the ALTERAC Valley Bowmen. So ALTERAC Valley was one of the first ever battlegrounds that got launched in the game, and there were a bunch of NPCs that were pretty strong and could kill players very easily. However, the best example of this, aside from the boss NPCs, are the Bowmen. The Bowmen just did an insane amount of damage every second, and if some of the Bowmen near the towers saw you, they would fire ranged attacks against you, and within a matter of seconds, your level 60 character would be killed. These guys had an insane range, and were pretty much unavoidable, considering that these guys are on watchtowers, and just running through the map, you would inevitably get hit by some of these guys. Most notoriously are the Bowmen in the Alliance base. To get past the bridge, you are going to be hit by 2 sets of Bowmen from 2 separate watchtowers. And in Blizzard's official statistics, these guys are the NPCs that have killed the most players that aren't bosses, so that just shows you how powerful these guys were. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you could drop a like, that would mean the absolute world to me. But with that being said, this is vaulty, signing out.